All right, ladies and gentlemen. Should we start with a question?
No.
Or should we just go?
Okay, no. Hey, Shenanigans.
Yeah, Zach.
I have a question. What the hell am I looking at here? The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament?
Yes.
Ganon's Gone Wild? And Willard J. Bradley. I'm assuming those are the players?
Those are actually the actual commentators.
Oh, okay. There are commentators who comment on this thing?
Yeah, but we're going to mute that track so that we can talk instead, because we're
Okay.
funny.
No, I agree.
And I love the sound of our voices.
Generally, the way this podcast works is A, it's not a video,
Nope.
and B, it's about comics.
Yeah.
So we're not doing any of that.
No, because I wanted to do something fun and silly.
Yeah, and so we're going to commentate on a Zelda game speed run.
Yeah. So we've got Dante and Gamachu. Dante's on the left and Gamachu's on the right.
Dante.
Yes.
Danty. And Gamachu on the other side. And they both try to beat this game as fast as they can?
That's correct.
Okay.
So the goal is
I am your sports commentator today on The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I'm going to explain what's happening as it's happening, and I'm going to comment on all the great moves that are being moved in the... Oh, okay, and we're starting.
All right. So, what sort of seed do you think that we're going to get today, Zach?
Okay, well, pumpkin or...
Look at that chest they just
They
opened.
just got some arrows, I
They
believe?
did. They got 10 arrows.
We are in a forest setting.
All right, we've got
We got a big city.
We've got a pendant up on Hera Tower, and the other two are crystal dungeons.
I don't even know. I feel like we're not even looking at the same thing.
We got a map check from Gamachu.
I'm seeing what I guess is a dog and a different green fox.
Yeah, so they're not using the traditional sprites.
Well, of course.
Okay, so Uncle's got the bow.
He got a bow, and then this fox thing
is right behind him.
Okay.
Right, because they're playing the same game.
Yeah. Now, but they're not sharing the same map, right?
Everything is identical, but they can't see each other.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And they can't see each other playing either,
Correct.
right? Okay.
So they won't know
they smash
how
some
the
jars.
other person is
They
doing.
just smash the
you gotta
jars.
smash the jars.
You gotta smash the jars.
All right, and they got the magic from the jars, and that doesn't help them at all right now because all they have is the bow.
So are they just throwing bushes?
Oh, and they got a bomb, too. A bomb drop's really important in the opening, as all of us know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I gotta tell you, watching two different people play this game is harder than watching one single person play this game.
All right, so while they're working their way to the back of Escape, do you want me to explain the premise of what is actually happening here for people who may have tuned in?
Sure.
But don't know. See, it's funny when you don't know.
I have literally no concept of what I'm
All right,
looking
let's
at.
see what the guard has. All right, 2 keys.
Okay, now he's in that same guard room, and he stabs the guard in the back like a murderer.
And he also gets 2 keys.
And he gets 2 keys. And now, there's a lot of, like, really innocent guards just getting slaughtered.
They're not innocent. They work.
they just want to go home to their families at the end of their guard duty. And here
They
he comes.
kidnapped Princess Zelda.
Each one of these guards did.
Well, collectively, they're holding her in the dungeon.
I don't know. Okay. Oh, just assassinated that guard.
Yeah.
And then that one. And then got a
single
bomb.
error right to the face. Yeah. So
Gamachu got a bomb.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now these guards are very easy to kill. It feels.
Well, this is the first level of the game. So.
Sure, that makes sense. Okay, so Dante beat Gamachu to this door.
Yes, he did. He's a whole screen ahead.
Yeah.
Because Gamachu did a map check, but Dante didn't. So.
Yeah, and I definitely know what that means. It does feel like now we're actually looking at an actual race. Dante just got hit by a thing, and then it didn't do anything.
All right, let's take out the ball and chain guard.
He's got a bull key, a key with the head of a bull.
Ooh,
I guess.
we got gloves in the back of Escape.
Nice, and then. So Dante has led the prince. Gamachu's getting much closer. Oh, they share the same screen now.
Yeah, so.
So Damachu still has
only
a lead.
a few frames behind.
Yeah. And now,
Shenanigans,
I have a question.
What is happening.
You're telling me this goes on for 2 hours?
Approximately 2 hours, yeah.
Okay. And people watch all of this.
Well, yeah, because you got to see how it ends.
And they don't have, like, seizures?
Why would they have seizures?
My head is killing me right now. Okay,
From
so
trying
he
to
had
watch both of them
he
at the
had no
same time?
guards in his room because he killed them earlier, but he did.
Right.
So the guards remain. So if the guards you don't kill stay around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes the guards you do kill respawn. Like that one.
Right, because they both killed that guy.
Would it be easier if I made it smaller so the two of their screens were closer together?
Not
so you
at
didn't
all.
have to move your eyes
Nope,
back and
would
forth?
not help. It actively would not help.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of dodging going on here. Oh,
Yeah.
but
Ooh.
Gamachu got hit.
Yep.
So now they're both down to 2 lives.
2.5.
2.5 lives. Oh, I see, because it
Yeah.
gets smaller and then disappears.
Yeah.
So you get about 6 hits total before you get killed?
At the beginning, yeah.
Okay, got it. Then how do you restore those?
Some of the drops are hearts, so sometimes when you smash a pot, you'll get a heart. Sometimes when you kill a guard, you'll get a heart.
It looks like they're pushing they are almost tied.
Yeah.
So they're pushing
gotta-
this fireplace out of the way.
So that they can get into the back of the dungeon.
Oh, and there's a light. Well, now, where do they get the batteries for these flashlights? Out of
It's a
curiosity?
lamp. It's lit by fire and magic.
Okay, got it. What are those things running around inside
Those
the
are
dungeon?
rats and snakes.
I mean, it feels like you'd get a exterminator to just come in and take care of that.
No,
for
it's
you.
a secret dungeon. Nobody knows about it.
Well,
That's
the
why I had
person
to
who
push
owns
the thing.
the person who owns the castle does.
Well, that's probably the king, and since the kingdom has been taken over by Aghanim, the king's not really around to do exterminations.
Okay.
So we're
now
about
they're
to
in a
get
sewer.
to the boss of escape, which is Key Rat.
Key rat.
Yeah,
Is that
we'll
a rat
see-
who has a big key?
Yes, it is. We'll see how many arrows it takes each of them to get the key.
And now,
All
do
right.
you have limited arrow? Oh, 14 and 11, right?
And now 13, yep. All right, so
Got it.
Dante takes 2 shots. Gamachu does it in 1. It looks like Gamachu's getting closer and closer.
Gamachu has less arrows, but more bombs.
Yep, but you only need 1 bomb to get through here. And
Okay.
let's see what's on the other side of this hole. We got 3 checks here. We got a
Oh, and the
small
health?
piece of heart. We got the map, and we got 20 rubies. So a bunch of
Now,
worthless
rubies.
garbage.
Rubies are money.
Money, hey, good
assuming?
guessing, yeah.
Okay, and those
Those
are
are the 71 up in the, or 71 for Dante and 70 for Gamachu.
Gamachu has twice as many bombs,
Yeah, so Dante
but less health.
may end up having to...
Gamachu's been hit at least 3 times now, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you know, these guys are all pros. I'm not really worried about them dying. This is the final match of the tournament that I pulled up here. So
Got it.
these are, for this year at least, the best of the best.
I mean, I would have died 100 times, and also,
All right, so 6
I
minutes
would
to
have
get out of
not
Sanctuary.
have any way of knowing how to solve any of these, so I would have just
All
thrown
right,
the
there's
game on the
Dante's map
floor and
check.
walked around.
Now, do you think that we're going to get a lumberjack check, or are they going to go straight to Kakariko?
I mean, I gotta assume they'd go straight to Cabrico
Kakariko is the name of the town.
and not do a lumberjack.
A
check?
lumberjack check. Yeah. All right. So
Oh,
Gamachu's
it looks like
going into
Gamachu's in the lead
forest.
now.
He did take a little lead. You
He
know why?
did.
Because Dante finally did his map check.
Now, what is a map check? If you say it's where you check the map, I will slap you open hand in the face.
So if you were the one playing this game, you could push the X button. Ooh, went for the 20, which is an interesting play that Dante didn't make because they're a little shy to get the bottle vendor. But I guess Dante is banking on getting the money in Kakariko. So he saved a few seconds not picking up the 20 in the forest. See, I love it when I actually explain what is happening.
I don't.
The look on your face where you're like,
So
were
they
those
know
words
how-
in English?
How are you supposed to know that you're going to need a certain amount?
So there are certain checks. Do you want me to explain what's happening yet? Because
Sure.
I still haven't told
Yeah.
the listeners. So this is A Link to the Past, which is the third
Oh,
Zelda game
we're going-
from Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Except it has been randomized.
Right.
So the placement of all of the items is different.
So we're just breaking into this person's home now?
No, that's your friend. Kakariko Village is full of friends, and they let you take their stuff.
Okay.
And so...
Now, how would one know to put a bomb there? Because of the crack in the wall?
Because of the crack in the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. And
what
also,
was
this
that?
is a
What was
speed run,
that?
so you got to figure all of these players... Oh, all right, we've got Quake.
What does that mean?
Quake is one of the 3 medallions that you may need to get into Turtle Rock or into Swamp. No, not Swamp, Misery Mire. I always confuse those two because Misery Mire is in a swamp.
100%. I get that. Whenever I'm talking about
So
the words that you just said.
They're going to be running around the game looking for certain items that will unlock more places that they can go to try to get more items. And once they have enough items, they can collect all 7 crystals and go and beat Ganon.
Oh, they just fell down a pit. Was that a pit he was supposed to fall down?
That's the Kakariko well. Yeah, and there's a bunch more checks in here.
Okay.
And so as you see, the rupee count is now
Now, why do they not go
126.
for any of those?
Any of the pots?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing in there that they need. So, like, stuff inside pots is, like, garbage. You're only going to get progression items inside chests.
Got it.
And so what Dante is about to check is called the bottle vendor, and he requires 100 rupees. And he has just 20 rupees. The red rupees are worth 20. That's the reason that Gamachu picked up the red rupee in the forest, is to make sure he had 100 for the bottle vendor.
Does he, though?
He did, but see, Dante is still ahead by a little bit because he didn't pick up that 20. And see how Gamachu still has 20 more?
Yeah.
Well, and now he has 20 more. But Dante is a little bit ahead in terms of, like, progression.
Now, have they reached this bottle vendor already?
Yeah, that was the guy that they got the 20 rupees from.
Okay, who's this pimp in the pink outfit?
He's just a guy that runs away from you
who
in the
are we
regular game. All
harassing?
right, this is the sick kid. We're going to get 50 rupees from him.
We're just
That's
robbing
pretty
a
much
sick
garbage.
kid?
Actually, so in the vanilla game, you give him a bottle and he gives you a net. Because he can't go out and catch things anymore and he's sad. But what he gives you has been randomized. So instead of the net, he gave you 50 rupees.
Is the net more important?
In Rando, no. The net is pretty much useless. In the regular game, the net is how you catch fairies, and fairies are great. Because I'm bad at the game and I die a lot. Ooh, flippers in the library. All right. That's a check that you didn't know what was happening there.
That dude... Okay, Gamachu didn't even look around in the library. Gamachu just...
Well, because he can see it real fast. All right, and so nothing on the race game.
What does the flippers in the library mean?
All right, so they're going to need the boots to get the flippers. Because the boots let you go fast, and that'll let you knock those flippers off of that bookshelf in the library. And
the bookshelf in the library that I definitely did not see.
It was on the screen for at least 3 or 4 frames.
Okay, so these guys have arrows.
Uh-huh, and so now they're both going to be doing some South Shore checks. Oh, is Dante going to desert? No, he's just a little go further to the left.
Now, these are crabs?
Those are crabs and some octoroks and...
Now, it looks like they're in completely different places
They have gone
now.
to completely different places. Yeah,
Okay.
Gamachu has skipped the water place.
Now, what are these? Are these ants?
Those are mini Moldorms.
Moldorms.
Yeah.
Which are like subterranean mole animal monsters?
So Moldorm is
Gamachu
the
just
boss.
got hit. Feels like Dante's doing more.
No, I mean, Gamachu was just doing a different thing where he had to kill a bunch of guys to get through this door.
Okay, now who is this, like, prince-looking
He's just
man?
a random thief. Ooh, Moon Pearl. All right, so we are only one item away from Dark World
And of course,
access.
the Moon Pearl is made out of the clams that are on the moon. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Moon Pearl is what allows you to go to Dark World without turning into your bunny form.
What the fuck does that... No. Okay. Yeah. What's that big old green dildo thing? What are those?
I don't know what they're called, but if you hit them with your sword, you get electrocuted. So they're bad. And
Oh,
you
so
don't
like
wanna
real
be near
dildos.
them.
And then there's a balloon crab that explodes into smaller crabs.
That is the most random villain in all of Zelda.
Is it because the vibrating green dildos seem pretty random?
Because there's only one of him.
Oh, that thing that looked like a boomerang was a boomerang.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even notice where they got that because the red boomerang is garbage.
I was gonna ask, but then we moved into 19 other places.
All right.
Okay. So there's
Adema
no
had nothing,
possible...
and neither did Ice Rod Cave. So where do you think they're going to go next?
How should I answer that? I don't know. Magaduga. Just fucking random words. So it looks like Dante is doing now what Gamachu already did.
That's correct.
Does Gamachu have to go and do what Dante already did?
He doesn't have to. He can make any play that he wants to. It looks like he's going to go do Eastern.
Eastern is a place?
Eastern is the palace on the east side of the map.
I really love the art on those Easter Island skull statues. Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
now
does
he have a gun? What is...
That is a cane that creates kind of like lasers.
It looked like... It's a cane... Okay. Okay. Well, is he going to fight this old
lasers?
man?
No, that's Sahasrara. He's your friend.
When are we going to fight an old man?
Later.
Oh, we do?
Right, bombs, 20 rupees, and more bombs in the back of Sasha's hut.
How did we already get to 500? They were at like 100 when I last looked up there.
Because a couple times they got 300 out of some of the drops.
Good
so
God.
we do have Zora money.
Okay, so now Dante's going past the dildos
the thing that's going to explode for no reason.
And the dildos and the crabs. You know,
See, what is this big
living
floaty red
statue?
thing? I don't know what that is.
It looks like it's a
and
crab that explodes into smaller crabs.
And the statues come to life, so
Okay.
you don't want them to touch you.
No, yeah, because then you become a statue.
So Gamachu's going to get into Eastern Palace here.
So Dante has done other things, which is why he's behind him in this particular part of the quest.
Correct, because
Now
Dante
there's,
went and checked desert.
sea
and
anemones
Gamachu
in the middle
hasn't.
of this bridge?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And there's like a beholder thing?
And those balls will hurt you, so you don't want to touch those balls.
You don't want to touch the balls. The balls are real delicate. You got to be careful when you're playing with the balls.
All right, so while Eastern is full clearable, it is technically out of logic because they don't have the lamp.
Well, that was a big one. What's that big one?
Well,
How do you even supposed to
you can't,
avoid
You
that?
can't dodge it. That's yeah.
Well, that seems unfair. Okay, so skeletons.
Yeah, skeletons are
see,
much
I
more
like
normal
skeletons. I mean, I can
thing.
tell what they are.
Yeah.
Even though they look like they're skeletons of gray aliens.
Ooh, and look at that. Dante is doing fake flippers to make his way over to Zora. So that's a glitch in the game where you can make the game think that you have flippers.
Now,
even
is that
though you
not
don't.
cheating?
It is not cheating. Small glitches are considered acceptable. So you can do
but
fake flippers.
isn't getting the flippers a whole quest?
Yes, it is.
So it doesn't feel like that's a small glitch.
You're not breaking the game. You are not going to a screen that.
I guess if the option is available to him too.
Right. Yeah.
Because he could also make that glitch.
Correct.
Okay.
It's considered a small glitch. And so he's killing those skeletons before they even spawn. Gamachu is.
Got it.
And
Now he got another one of these bullhead keys.
Yeah, that's the master key, the big key for the dungeon.
Got it.
Dante's gonna make his way over and see what Zora has. And while he's doing this water walking, if he gets touched, that is an instant game over. So you do have to be careful when
Now,
doing
what do you
fake
mean
flippers.
if he gets touched by what?
By like an enemy or one of those fish.
Oh, because
Zora's got half magic, which isn't bad, but it's not progression.
as a aspect of the glitch, if you get touched, it ends.
It's a soft lock. Yeah.
Got it. So would he just lose outright?
No, he just has to reset and he'll go back to his last save.
Got it.
All right, so Gamachu.
Now, what is happening in Gamachu's
This is what's
screen?
called a dark room. Okay, so he does not have the lamp, so he can't see. Normally in this room, it would be lit by the lamp, which is what we had when we were rescuing Zelda.
They've gotten so many more lives.
The hearts, because like half of everything that they've picked up has been a heart container.
Okay, so what you're saying is I would be really good as a professional Zelda
we've got
commenter.
Titan mitts.
Titan mitts.
Yeah, so I
Is
think
that,
that's Dark
Titan
World
mitts or
actress.
tights and mitts?
He's got Titan mitts.
Okay.
He can lift the extra heavy boulders now, and that's from the shovel. And so that is Dark World access at 16 minutes and 25 seconds.
Okay.
Dark World is the
I
second
like
part
those
of the
trees.
game. Normally you have to beat Aghanim to get Dark World access. Alright, so Gamachu having a little bit of trouble finding that green guy with the key. I don't actually know the names of the villains the way that the real commentators do.
Here's the thing about that, is the room is pitch black.
Yeah, well, good players, it doesn't matter to them because they have it memorized.
Now, these are they're single-eyed sentry crab monsters.
Well, I wouldn't call them crabs.
I don't know.
What
Everything's a
particles
fucking
for
crab. Everything's a crab.
How about
That's a
that?
neat
How about
room.
that? Is that a crab over on Dante's screen?
No, that's like a skeleton bird.
It is a skeleton
and
chicken.
that looks like a dog guard. He's still
I've
fighting
always
these
thought it was a
sea
pig.
anemones.
Yeah, there are lots of sea anemones in Eastern.
But why are the sea anemones in the castles?
Because they're bad guys. You got to put bad guys in the castles. All right. So far we
You
got
only got
nothing.
those dildos in this castle.
All right, and Gamachu's going to do
Now, I'm
Armos.
assuming these are all going to come alive.
Yeah, and
okay.
he's going to bow him to death. Do you think Dante is going to make the... Oh, no, he's not. He's still going around. All right, we got the map on
Okay.
Armos,
Oh,
so
a
that's
map,
a bunch of
and
garbage.
then,
And his first crystal. So first crystal at 1744.
And now, how many
Ooh,
crystals?
and a fire rod.
What's a fire
in
rod?
the Village of Outcasts. That's the thing that Dante just picked up. It lets you shoot
Now,
fire.
why is Gamachu... How long is Gamachu obligated to sit there and celebrate holding the crystal for?
That is technically a cutscene, so
okay.
it takes about 20 seconds, and he has to do the whole 20.
Okay.
All right, so where is he going to go? We know that the play is following the shovel. Ooh,
So
and the
is the
ice rod in
crystal
Village of
important?
Outcasts, too. Yeah, so getting all 7 crystals is how you get to the last level to beat the game. So those
how many
are
crystals
ultimately the
does-
most important thing.
Gamachu has 1 and Dante has 0.
Correct.
Okay,
Good,
so...
good reading on the screen. Like, you interpreted those icons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a 1 and a 0.
All right, and now.
Also, I didn't even see those icons. I was just,
You were just
remembering from
remembering?
what I learned. I mean, it's 1 to none, so I only had to remember one thing. Or technically two things, and that one of them was a non-thing.
All right, so Gamachu's now making some of the checks that Dante already made.
What's the green bar next to the arrow?
That is magic. That's how much magic power they have.
Now, why does Dante have half magic?
So that's what he got from Zora, which was the giant fish that
Does
he
that
went
mean
to.
everything takes half as much magic?
That's correct.
Okay.
So he can use... It really should be 2x, right? He has twice as much magic. Because using magic takes half as much. All right, what's going to be in Hype Cave? Do you think Hype Cave's going to be hype, or do you think it's going to be garbage?
What the fuck is Hype Cave? Which one are we even talking? Okay, the one who's in a cave. That's a fox creature?
Yeah, all right. We got a green pot, which is basically garbage.
Okay, and then over
And
here,
he missed
there's
a
a
check. We
bat on
got
the
20
beach.
rubies. We got the mirror. The mirror's pretty hype. And a
Now,
heart
you keep saying
container
the word
and a big heart
check.
container.
What does that mean?
So, like, those 4 chests in
Yes.
the regular game, every time you play the regular game, they always contain the same 4 things.
Got it.
In Rando, they contain a different 4 things every single time you play.
Now,
And so
he
he's
just blew up a bomb
checking.
to destroy a wall, but hit himself with it.
Yeah.
Was that a choice, you think? or-
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I guess it is technically a little faster in
Okay,
that
so
check to
you
hold
can
the
fast.
bomb.
I've just now realized, even though I've done it like 15 times, that is them fast traveling to another location.
What is? When they save and quit?
I get, or just go Pitchy's house, Pinche's house, Pacha's
Yeah,
house.
that's just what Gamachu called his... we got Bombos in Cave 45.
And bombos, I'm assuming, are bombs.
Bombos is another one of the magic talismans that you may need to open Turtle Rock.
What is Turtle Rock? And also, was that a flamingo that was just bouncing past?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are lots of animals. That's the happy
Now,
animal
why
stream.
save and quit?
Because it is faster to see. You get to go to Sanctuary by saving and quitting. That was faster than walking here.
Who's getting married there?
No, that's Zelda and who is that? I don't know. The Sanctuary man.
Is this a target practice game?
Yeah. I don't. Oh, he doesn't have enough money for the dig game. I've never seen that before. So he has to get some money here
Good
so that
shooting.
he can go do the dig game.
Dante's part.
Dig game costs 75 rupees.
Now, why does he have to play the dig game?
Because there's a check in dig game. One of the randomized items is in dig game.
It looks
might
like
be
Gamachu
important.
is now where Dante was earlier.
That's
Am I
correct.
correct? Okay.
Yeah. So Dante is Gamachu is following up Dante, but Dante
How
has
did
not gone
Dante
to
just,
Eastern because he has the extra gloves, the Titan's mitts, so he can lift
I
the
thought
extra heavy
Dante
things.
had the Titans.
Well,
mitts.
Gamachu has them now too.
I missed that entirely. Didn't see that happen.
When he was in the screen
oh,
with
so
the flamingos,
the dig game is you just have to dig?
you dig until you find the thing, and in this particular case, it was 20 rubies, therefore garbage.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very useful.
No, it was not. So if Gamachu skips the dig
Although
game, he'll make up time.
Their ruby differential is enormous.
That's because Gamachu has not gone to Zora, and Zora costs 500 rupees.
And what is Zora again?
Zora is the giant fish who gave him half magic.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I've been watching this and I don't remember any giant fish at all. I remember him getting half magic, but I don't remember the giant fish part.
All right, so we're doing the Blacksmith Quest because we do have the mirror.
Which one?
The one on the left. I'm mostly going to be commentary Dante because he's going new places, whereas Gamachu is just backtrapping stuff we've already seen Dante do.
Sure. Oh, there's ghosts?
Yeah, in the Dark World, sure.
But, wait.
Ooh, all right, so...
Okay, why is this Cthulhu's temple?
Yes, it is. This is Blind's Palace, level 4 of the regular game. So there are 4 checks in the front here. Let's see what they are. We got map.
Is map good?
Map is awful because it doesn't actually help with any game progression. It's just...
Okay. And what are these, like, Trojan pig things? Oh, and there's a skeleton monster.
Yeah. Bad guys? I don't know. They're just things that hurt you.
Oh, another key.
There's the big key.
And then...
Yep. Oh, and Dante's going in right in after him into Blind's Palace? What the hell is level 4 called? Dark Land of Evil Death?
I mean, that's what I'm calling it. Dark Land of very similar to all the other lands of death. But still very death-oriented.
Yeah. All right, so here's chest number 3. We've got the compass.
Oh, what was that? The compass?
That was a compass.
Is that important?
Complete garbage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And last check is a piece of heart. All right, so there were only one item in the front. So that means we've got 2 items in the back.
So in your professional opinion, I do like the way that Gamachu dodges. I feel Gamachu, other than when he blew himself up with a bomb, has been dodging
That was
pretty
faster
effectively.
than waiting for the bomb to explode and then going.
Got it.
Right? Like
Now,
he saved a half a second by doing that.
he dodges a bit more, I think, than Dante. Dante feels a little bit more kill heavy, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm having a hard time watching either of them individually, nonetheless, both at the same time. Now, here's my question. In your professional opinion, why is this?
Why is what?
How is this
Which one
exist?
is why?
No. In your professional opinion, who is doing better right now?
Gamachu is very much ahead because he has a crystal.
His crystal has significantly more rubies. Did he have more things, like more items that help?
So the only thing that Dante has that Gamachu doesn't have yet is the mirror.
Now they've got like these evil June bug beetles.
Yeah, those lizards hit you for 3 hearts.
Those are lizards. They hit you with 3 hearts.
Yes, so one of the things that we're doing is we're playing on hard mode, so there will be no armor upgrades.
This is hard mode?
This is hard mode, yeah.
Make it look so easy.
I mean, they are literally professional video
I
game
understand
players.
that. I'm just saying that they make it look effortless. Although I guess it becomes more effortless. I mean, I'm sure they have, even though the items are randomized, the levels are generally the same, right?
Yes.
So they've probably played these levels 100 million times.
Yes. So you've got to put that bomb there to blow up the hole in the floor so that the light goes through
Now,
so
quick
that
question.
you can fight the boss.
If you haven't played this before, how would you know that?
Because of those cracks on the floor, you know that they accept a bomb. That a bomb will make a hole.
It feels like there's so many ways you would just miss everything.
Yeah, but eventually you run out of places that you can go, and so you have to.
Are we saving this woman?
We are saving this woman, though. Spoiler alert: she will turn out to be the boss of the level in disguise. Now, neither of them have the hammer right now, so they are both leaving one check behind.
Now, you're telling me this is a medieval castle, essentially. It's got... Okay, but it has conveyor belts? It has a whole conveyor belt room of overlapping conveyor belts.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that feels a bit anachronistic.
Anything...
Like, the magic I'm fine with. Oh, but then she turns into the thing because...
she doesn't like the light.
Yeah. And, okay, I have no idea what that said.
A novice skier jumps something.
Wow, she really turned into a thing.
Blind is a scripted fight, but he's choosing to use the cane. Now, the cane's going to add a little bit of lag. Oh, of course, because they don't have a sword, so how else are they going to hurt Blind?
Now, why
See,
don't they have
I'm such
a sword?
a novice commentator, because normally the uncle at the beginning of the game
gives
gives
you
you
a
a sword. Instead, he gave them a bow, because it was randomized.
Got it. But it feels like the bow has been relatively useful.
The bow is way better than a sword.
So, wow. So, he just killed... And he got a second crystal already. Before, Dante even has one.
But Dante's about to get that same crystal.
Sure, and now, obviously, Gamachu has to stand there in rapt attention at his own greatness for the next 35 seconds. So why couldn't you use the bow? Oh, because you just couldn't hit him nearly as many times, and you got limited ammo.
I'm pretty sure that Blind is immune to bow damage, but I'm not 100% on that. Right, so now
what did
Gambit,
he just get?
He got the fire rod.
Fire rod.
He's going and making the Village of
Dante
Outcasts
already
checks
has.
that Dante already did. Yeah,
Okay.
he'll probably come down here and save the Smith. Though maybe
Now,
he'll
Dante has
skip
a good
the skip train.
Gamachu has a good 5 minutes here while Dante is forced to celebrate his victory.
Correct. So, gosh, I'm not even sure where they should go now.
Now you sound like me.
I'm
Kidding.
I'm just trying to
I'm
think.
sorry. That was a deep insult considering the utter lack of knowledge.
of course, they got Fire Rod, so Skull Woods is fully clearable.
So now, Gamachu's doing the dig game.
Yep. And he will find, as we know, absolute garbage.
Right. So he could, if he knew, just avoid this, right?
Right.
And save himself time.
Right.
But he doesn't know.
Correct.
Because theoretically, there should be something good here.
There will be an item here, but that item is only 20 rupees.
And then he doesn't even get it.
He doesn't bother
He doesn't
picking it
spend
up.
the 1 second it takes.
So the total amount of rubies that you need for the game is 775.
775. Well, Gamachu is very close to that.
Yes, he is. And Dante already has it. So.
Oh.
Because he's already spent 675.
Oh, okay. So that frog creature is With you or chasing you?
He's with you. He's your friend.
It's like, man, that thing keeps up.
You want to get him back to the light world so that he can turn into a blacksmith. Normally, he would temper your sword for you.
Do you remember when I told you that when you talk about Marvel, you sound fucking crazy?
Yeah.
It's nothing compared to when we talk about video games. Okay. Oh, there's like a Venus flytrap monster, like an Audrey from the little. Never mind. I'm moving on.
Little shop of horrors.
I literally couldn't think of the thing fast enough before Dante had already moved far beyond it. So fuck it.
All right. There's nothing up on Cape Ledge. I don't even know what that's called.
Oh, there's a Cyclops.
Yeah. That's
cool.
a thing with a name that you know.
Well,
All right, so Gamatu's doing Hype Cave here. He's going to get his mirror, and then he's going to go, God
Dante has already
I wish
done
I'd had
this.
that. Yeah, exactly. The mirror would have helped with the frog, but he didn't have it yet, so.
The frog.
Because you need to get the frog back to the light world, and the mirror
but isn't
does
he
that.
doing that right now?
Well, if he had had the mirror when he first picked up the frog,
he would already
wouldn't
be
have
done with this.
exactly.
Got it. Has Dante done the frog quest yet?
Yes, he has.
I somehow I did not at all see that. Oh, those are mummies.
Mummies, yep.
Interesting. Mummies and
All right,
skeletons.
there's the big key.
Now, are the door on the other side that he didn't... Or what are those? There's like a wall aberrations.
Oh, I don't know, like vines on the walls.
Okay, so that's not a design... That's a design choice, not
Yeah.
a, like, you can blow this up or
Oh,
something.
now, wait a minute. Skullwoods will not be full clearable.
Oh, wow, look at that. There's a
hand.
giant
that
hand.
Came
a
down
giant...
from the sky. Yeah.
Not Cousin It. Cousin It was the hairy one. What was the hand? Doesn't matter.
What was the hand?
Thing?
name? Thing, yeah. The Addams Family farted when
Man,
Uncle Fester started.
I gotta tell you, it feels like maybe they didn't put a lot of thought into the names of the characters from Addams Family. Because one is It and one is Thing. I just feel like that's a first thought, best thought, but is it kind of situation? Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, he just went to a skull mouth. Dante just went to a skull mouth.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. Anybody
Yeah.
who's listening to this, what
Yeah.
are they getting out of this? Because
Well, okay, so I'm imagining, we know that two of our biggest fans are
lightning bolt-
Evan and Casey.
lightning bolt jellyfish
Yeah.
and goblin statues
Yeah.
on the one side.
And so you got to put the statue on the switch to keep the door open. So that
I
you
gotta
can go
tell you,
through.
I think that this commentating would be a lot easier if you were just watching one person playing.
Yeah. Oh, and we got the hammer. Hammer opens up so much.
That's great. See, I didn't even know that we did because I cannot see that we did that at all. Now, this is a blacksmith shop right there?
Yeah.
The big old thing of lava in the middle?
Yeah.
Now, where is Dante? Because it looks
Dante
like a
is in
nightmare world.
Skullwoods.
Skull Woods. Aptly named.
Yeah.
There's a lot of skulls and some ribcage shit going on.
Yeah. So he's probably going to make his way over to Eastern now.
Now,
that we've
where
got the
is
hammer.
Gamachu?
Gamachu is in the Village of Outcasts, which is Dark World
Great name.
Kakariko.
Okay.
Let's see. So he's going to take the chest with
Is
him.
he being chased by a demon with a trident?
Yeah,
Oh, he
well, those
was.
are just like some of the villains.
Got it. It feels like there's not a lot of like internal logic to which villains appear where.
No, it's just based on what was programmed.
No, but I just mean like in a lot of games it feels like, oh, like we're on the beach, so there's going to be beach monsters. But this is like, oh, we're in a castle, here's a sea anemone. And a giant hand, and also skeletons and mummies, and then a crab and a dildo. And then a thing that explodes, and also a pig man. And then some rocks that look like they should be enemies, but I think are just rocks.
Lantern on hammer pegs. All right.
What did you even just say?
Lantern on hammer pegs. All
Okay,
right,
so I got each individual thing that you said.
So Dante just spent a few minutes smashing all of those purple dildos, which
okay.
which opened up a hole that he could go inside, and there was an item in there.
Now,
and
what is
that
chasing
item was
Dante?
a lantern. It's a treasure chest, and he needs to go to the
okay.
locksmith in order to open it up,
Got it.
which is where he's going.
And I believe Gamachu did that then, right? Or Gamachu still has
the chest.
Okay.
He's going to save and quit back to Link's house, or Pichu's house, as it is called in his file, Pitch's house. And so he's going to be right on Dante's tail with this check. So let's see what is in the chest. What do you think it's going to be, Zach? It was 300 rupees. You didn't guess in time.
Okay. Well, you literally didn't pause. That was all part of the same fucking sentence. I like how that thing comes out of the grass to just shoot you.
Yeah.
This
All right,
is a
so-
world where you are constant. Oh my god, the rocks become thing. You are just beset upon by enemies at every single step.
Yeah.
Living in this world is a constant nightmare.
Yeah, it's a video game. There are no video game worlds that I would want to live in. They are all
that's true.
nightmares.
That's a good point.
All right, so Dante is now going to Eastern. All right, that is the first crystal that Gamachu got way back in the day, which means Gamachu has a chance to do some stuff that Dante hasn't done yet, and it looks like... I don't know what it looks like. I was going to say it looks like he's going up to Death Mountain. And it does look like he's going up to Death Mountain. I'm just not sure why, because it's not in logic.
Gamachu feels like...
Oh, he's making the lumberjack check.
Oh yeah, look, there's some lumberjacks cutting down a tree right there.
And he's going to go check what they have in their cave. If this is progression, then it's an agaseed.
Oh boy.
And I couldn't tell what it was. They do that all the time.
What did he do?
I've watched 100 of these races, and I have never been able to see what the fuck is on Lumberjack Ledge. Because they do it so fast. It takes half a frame for them to see what it is, and I never catch it.
Okay.
So he saw an item on a place that we can't get to yet. And he knows what it was. But we still don't, because we didn't see it. So Gamachu is now in another dark cave room. He's saving the old man.
I like how they have different clock counters. Because Gamachu has a
Are they slightly... Oh,
well,
they do. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
They're the same number.
Yeah.
But they just are counting differently. Gamachu's race is a bit more boring because I can't see a large percentage of it.
He got the old man.
Now, what are those? Oh, that's a big moss ball that's chasing him?
Wait, moss balls? Those are boulders. The big green things are boulders that are falling off the mountain.
No, when I think boulder, I think giant green ball.
And I should know the name of those stupid rocks because you get stuck by them all the time.
I like how those chests look like they're from Mario. They
do.
look like booze or something. Like
yeah. All right, so
I have to say, honestly, again, coming at this from the point of view of someone who has never once in their life played a Zelda game. The art and production design is really cool.
Yeah.
On some of these castles. And some of the trees, the houses and everything feel a lot more kind of generic. Because again, the only type of this game that I've ever played really is like the old school Pokemon's, like the top down. I don't know what this type of game is even called.
I think it's called an adventure RPG, but
okay. So the only type of the only type of the word that I apparently I don't know two things: video games or saying words. I do like how when you enter the skull, it looks like you are like squirreling into its mouth, and there's something deeply surrealistic about that. But I will say that the towns look all very generic. It doesn't seem like there was anything revolutionary about the town so much. But the enemies, like the skeletons and the mummies here, are really interestingly designed. And some of the sculptures, the art design, some of the creatures. I mean, the green dildos are a little bit lazy. They kind of look like green... what is the Pokemon? Wobbuffet? Wobbuffet? They kind of look like green Wobbuffets. Yeah.
That's all I can say now.
Thank you for
all right,
that.
we got a bomb jump from Gamachu to check the big chest.
Oh, because bomb throws you?
That's
clever. So you have to take the damage for it, but you get to
it. And let's see if Dante does the bomb jump.
Gamachu's doing significantly better health-wise. Not that matters, but...
It really doesn't. Like, you either die and... It sucked.
Also, Gamachu's at almost 900 rubies already, so
he's
set there.
Way more than he will ever need, and that will always happen in Rando.
Just because you find so many more.
So many of the checks are rupees,
and you'd rather just have. Oh, okay. Now, where does that hand come from?
The sky.
Would you guess? Just out from the ceiling?
I mean, it's yeah.
Now here's my question.
Oh, it's called a Gypto, or maybe that's what the mummies are called.
So here's what I am realizing. So we're looking down as if we are looking through the ceiling or from the
Sure,
ceiling.
it's called top down.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is, specifically in this case, I like the idea that the hand lives on the ceiling and just lives its life crawling around the ceiling until something comes and then drops down onto it to catch it. There's something deeply creepy about that. Like, creepier than the rest of it for some reason.
We got Canis Samaria and Palace of Darkness. What do you think about that?
Palace of Darkness sounds bad. The other thing were words that I straight up not only did not understand, but couldn't repeat.
All right.
Canis Amaria?
Canis Samaria. You said it perfectly.
Is that 2 words?
It's 3 words. Cain of
Sumaria. I heard Canis Sumaria, which I thought was like a genus of a dog species or something, because Canis is a dog species, and Canis Sumaria is like a Sumerian Rottweiler or something.
Absolutely.
Cain of Sumaria, or the Dark Palace.
The Dark Palace.
So you weren't giving me options. See, this is how little I understood about what you just told me. I thought you were saying 2 different things, and you were giving me an option on what I thought about either of those things. What you were saying was one thing, their name,
and where
it is, and how I felt about that. And I failed in every element of what you were asking. See, I love these trees. The designs for these creepy mushroom trees is neat.
Yeah. So Gamachu is following Dante into Palace of Darkness.
Okay.
That's the labyrinth
with more
dungeon.
sea anemones in the middle of this forest. Okay, now how are you supposed to know what to do there? What is that thing? Like, that thing's been with you this whole time?
No, that's Kiki the monkey. He was under those hedges.
Okay.
And you got to.
I was like, how did I miss?
You got to give him 100 rupees to open up Palace of Darkness.
Okay.
So that's part of the 775 that you need.
I love the gorilla creature sculptures.
Uh-huh.
Statues. I guess when they're big enough, they're just statues.
So what I was saying earlier about what our audience is getting out of this is that...
Oh, I don't care anymore. I'm really enjoying this.
I am imagining 2 of our biggest fans, Casey and Evan, who are both familiar with this game, right?
I want Chris to listen to this, and that way he'll just have... If my friend Chris Cheney listens to this, and I want to call it out specifically in case he does listen,
he's gonna have a heart attack.
Fucking aneurysm at how bad I am. You know what? He might be more mad at you for not knowing the names of your bad guys, because at least I have the excuse of literally not having any frame of reference.
Yeah, this is Helmasaur. Does that?
Oh shit!
I
That is awesome. How did I miss that?
Well, it just showed up. He just got here.
That is rad.
So you got to smash his mask.
Right, and not get hit by the tail. So you have to mostly stay in front of him.
Yeah, and so...
Wow, he did that effectively.
And now he's going to start shooting fireballs at you.
Okay, so you have to avoid those fireballs and hit him in the face with the...
Where do you think his weak spot is? Do you think
the
it's
giant
that giant
glowing green thing on his head?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
You understand how video games work.
I mean, it feels like if it was realistic, you would have that, and then that wouldn't at all be a weakness. Like a real creature would want to make sure that they avoid... So he now has 2 crystals.
Yes, he does.
And is... Wherever that just happened, is he in that same place?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so they're back to sort of following each other's paths now.
Correct.
And so he's about to face that same thing.
Yeah, and so Dante is now going to mirror back to Eastern Palace and do all of the stuff that Gamachu did at the very beginning of the game, where he fights those statues that came to life.
So where are the crystal icons?
Down at the very bottom.
Got it. So how many crystals does...
They both have 2 right now.
They both have 2. Okay,
and they're both on their way to their 3rd.
Right, but he seems closer. Gamachu seems closer.
He is a little bit closer, but Eastern is a much smaller dungeon, so they're going to come out of this really tight. The question is, where do they go next? We still don't have the boots, so flippers are still not in logic, but with the fire rod and the cane, that means that Ice Palace is full clearable. So even though it's not in logic, that might be somewhere that they want to go. We still don't have a sword,
the
so we
word
can't
in
finish.
logic. What does that mean?
So the game is set up so that you can win. And so...
Oh, okay. So even though it's randomized, it's still winnable.
Correct.
But not necessarily full clearable, as you're saying, which means you couldn't 100% the different levels.
Correct.
Got it. But you don't need 100% the levels to
beat the levels.
Beat the levels, right. Okay.
100% just means that you can do every check.
Got it.
So there is still one chest in Blind's hut that neither of them checked that might have something important in it, but it might not. And so in logic means they already have the items to go there.
Got it.
Now, there is a palace they can go to called Ice Palace that is not currently in logic. They do not have the items that they should have to go there. But because of the fake flippers that they did earlier, they can get there.
Right, and now so Gamachu is fighting the
Helmasaur.
Is that because it's a dinosaur with a helmet? I both hate that and I love that at the same time.
Oh, looks like he was a little more... Oh, no, he missed one too. Okay. I was going to say he was a little more efficient than Dante, but then that turned out to be a lie.
Although they both killed those things so much faster than I feel that I, no matter how much time I took, could ever do it in.
You don't think after 100 playthroughs you'd be able to get this?
All right,
yeah. So he gets a heart for that.
Okay, so we got about 45 minutes before Gamachu done celebrating his heart. And then this weird ball puzzle thing, which looks really hard, but he passes as if it were...
Well, because he knows it's always the same switch. I think he just knows which one it is.
My favorite thing, other than just the random appearance of sea anemones...
What was that? I have never seen... Oh, he's out of arrows, and he still doesn't have a sword. Oh, that's so crazy. I've never seen someone use the cane in this screen before.
Yeah. Super crazy. So then Gamachu
and
is
it
back.
Looks like Gamachu is making the TR play.
That's a play I was going to suggest that he makes.
As long as Turtle Rock can be opened without ether, then Turtle Rock is currently full clearable. Oh, but Gamachu never picked up his cane. So Gamachu can't get into Turtle Rock.
I thought Gamachu did that thing. Is that the cane?
That is the cane of Burna, the worthless garbage cane that no one cares about. The cane that he needs is the cane of Samaria. And
I would like to just point out that Dante just beat a bunch of guards.
Right.
And I like how the guards' main method of defense...
Guards.
The Armos guards?
Yeah.
They just dance at you.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
They're very good at that.
So Gamachu, that's like a... that was a weird...
He's checking Death Mountain. First check, 20
I
rubies.
think the biggest problem that you face is when you name your mountain Death Mountain. I feel that you're sort of just setting yourself up for trouble and failure.
All right, and he's going into Hera.
What is Hera?
This is Hera.
Very helpful. Thank you.
The Tower of Hera in the normal game is the 3rd level.
Okay.
And I believe
more of these
that
weird
it is a
centipede
pendant
things.
dungeon.
A pendant dungeon?
It means it doesn't have one of the crystals, so you don't have to full clear it to beat the game. But he's in here checking for items.
Oh, he got a book.
For example, he's got the book. He's just noping out right away so he can go straight to desert. And it looks like Dante is also making the Death Rock play.
Okay, so what is the book?
The book is the Book of Medora, the green thing that Gamachu is currently holding. You need a sword to... Oh, but you can see what it is. Okay. Sometimes I talk to the players even though they can't hear me at the time.
Oh, no,
I was like, Gamachu, what are you doing? But anyway, so he was just checking. So you need the book to read those tablets, and if you also have the sword, you can get the thing that's on those tablets.
Do either of them have this sword that is necessary?
Neither of them have a sword yet. No.
Okay.
Which you need in order to beat the game. You will eventually need one. There are 4 somewhere. But who knows where? Only Rando knows.
It looks like Dante is doing what Gamachu just did a few minutes ago.
Yes, except that Dante can make the Turtle Rock play because he's got his cane of Samaria, which I believe he got from Hammer Pegs, but...
Yeah, I mean, whenever I pick mine up, I go down to Hammer Pegs and Sons.
Truth be told, I don't really remember.
That really is the best hardware store and cane shop. Hammer Pegs and Son.
It's right under the blacksmith shop.
Oh,
so,
for sure.
why wouldn't you?
No, that makes sense. It's very easy to get to. They're not pushy with their sales, and you don't have to buy a credit card there, and they just give you your cane. So those kind of look like head crabs from Half-Life 2.
Those are spiders.
They did not have 8 legs. Spiders. They definitely did not have 8 legs. But all right, sure, spiders.
All right, so let's see what's over here on the other side.
He's going here.
Oh, he found his first sword.
Nice. So that's good. He's about to get that book. Oh, he went somewhere else.
So we'll see if Dante decides to continue down in the dungeon or if he just takes the book and leaves.
Got it.
All right, so here's Mini Moldorm Cave, and there are 5 checks in here. Let's see what Gamachu gets. Garbage, and Worth's garbage.
Greens are worse than reds?
Yeah, greens are only 1, reds are 20. More complete garbage and an entire pile of nothing but garbage.
Although he does now have his sword
might
and 30
be-
arrows, whereas the guy has 0 arrows.
It's true. I think that is the worst mini Moldorm cave I've ever seen. 5 checks with literally nothing in it.
Figuratively nothing in it.
No, literally nothing.
No, 'cause there was-
Arrows and money are garbage.
But garbage is still a thing. I'm just saying from a semantic standpoint, garbage is still a thing.
Is air something?
if I want to, yes.
Well, so no chest can ever have nothing in it. Nothing can ever be nothing if air is a thing.
But air is not an option. Like you're never going to open the
It's true.
chest and the chest is just empty. Theoretically.
That not in rando. Nope. Yeah. All right, so he's gonna open
Wait,
his
so
TR
in the regular
portal.
game, you can't open the chest and there's just not fuck all in it?
Oh, and it is Quake, but you can't go
nice.
inside without the cane. What are you doing? I don't know what Gamachu's doing, but I will say he's a much better player than I am, so he probably is doing a smart thing, even though I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I do like the level of confidence you have into shit-talking him, though. That is my favorite part of it.
All right, and so Dante...
Oh, you dumb fuck. Why are you... okay, so it's already solved. Okay, got it. I see. Okay, I get you now.
Yeah, nothing in Hera, so Gamachu
Which we
didn't
already
miss
knew
anything.
from... Oh, Gamachu hadn't gone down to the
left
basement.
one check once he found the book, and Dante...
Well, I think he's getting pretty goddamn tired of all these checks with absolutely nothing in them.
Yeah, they're
There's
bombs,
3
which is
bombs.
nothing. Ooh, hook shot. I'm applauding, except not because it doesn't sound good on the mic. That is essential, and he's going to go
that
right
also
back up
looked-
and do hook shot.
That also looked exactly like an arrow and not like anything else, but just an arrow.
But
So
it's
the
see how
fact
it's
that you-
angled
No,
sideways.
I don't.
It's diagonal to the right, whereas
Nope.
the arrows are straight up
No.
and down. Hook shot, hook shot. I'm using a hook shot.
Now what's the blue?
Ooh,
Oh.
there's 2 swords now.
Does he
Master
need
sword.
2?
Let's see. Yes,
what
Master
was that
Sword.
then?
No,
Oh,
actually,
shield.
no. And the boots. Oh,
Wow, this cave is
seat
a
is just
lot.
opening up wide. And we'll see if he does the mushroom check on his way back down to.
Did he
use
mean
the
to fall to
boots.
his death?
Yes, it's a quick reset back over to the other side of the cave.
Got it.
And now I did not see what was up on the ledge. Did you see what was on the ledge?
It looked like there was a bomb. There's a boots. There was like another. No.
So, all right, so Gamachu's going to do the ledge check. Hey, my phone is ringing, and it's all the way on the other side of the room.
Well, let's pause.
let's. All right, and the ledge has the flute, so that's
Is that
really going to
that
open
shell
up
that
Cac.
you just opened?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's going to open up what now?
Kakariko, the village.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go there to activate the flute. He can use the boots to get the flippers, and so 2 things. 2 things.
He
is
just
really
went into a
open
room.
Up.
He went into a room for 1/10 of a second.
Yes.
And he could not have possibly seen anything in that room.
No, he talked to the sanctuary guy in order to refill his hearts. Then he used the mirror to go back to the beginning of sanctuary so he could leave it.
Okay. I do like the speed at which he's moving.
Yes,
because
those are the boots.
hilarious.
He can run now.
It looks very silly.
And there are the boots for Dante.
Now Dante's getting the boots. Now you can see what Gamachu. There's a mushroom thing,
Yeah.
and then he killed himself.
So the mushroom is part of a fetch quest. You give the mushroom to the witch, and
What is
normally she
Gamachu
gives
doing
you.
here?
He's activating the flute.
Okay. Got
See,
it.
when or I guess the ocarina, but we always call it the flute. When you sing the flute song, the bird will come and pick you up and fly you to somewhere else in Hyrule.
When you sing,
Sorry, when you play the ocarina
when you
song.
play the ocarina,
Yeah.
the bird.
The bird comes. You'll see it. He's going to use it. He'll probably go to Meyer right
That's
after
not
this.
what I'm giving you that look for.
Flipper, flipper,
And the
something
flippers?
about under the sea.
The flippers do what?
Allow you to go in water.
Got it. What's happening over there with Dante?
He's opening up TR, which is Turtle
Which-
Rock, and he's
which
going
is-
inside Turtle Rock because he has the red cane. See, did you see the bird? Did you see the
I
bird
did.
on Gamachu's
I saw
side?
the bird. Yes, I saw the bird.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's-
relax. So, the Turtle Rock is something that what's that?
Normally, it is,
Gamachu is not able to do yet.
correct. Normally, it is the last dungeon in the game.
No, is Turtle Rock a dungeon that is necessary?
Yes, it is. It's a
okay.
crystal in this one.
Okay. Oh, these
So-
sea enemies are much faster.
To-
These middle of the forest
Yeah.
sea enemies are much faster.
Because he's in the dark world now, so everything's harder and hits you with more death.
Okay.
So now that Gamachu has a sword, he's able to make it to the back of Skullwards, and he can finish off Mothula. The boss of Skullwoods,
yeah,
as we
Mothula.
all know.
Okay. What was that thing that he touched? Okay, so
It was like it's like a bumper that makes you go boy yoing.
Okay, so he's making you go. Okay. He killed that thing.
Yeah. Well, with the fire rod's the only way to open up the back of this dungeon here.
Okay. So Dante is on his way though.
He's making his way through Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Turtle Rock looks like I would have died 1,000 times by now.
Yeah, Gamachu ran out of magic. Dude, did you really run out? Okay, he's got a potion. Seriously, I'm not understanding anything that Gamachu is doing. And he's probably going to end up winning with like 30 minutes to spare and be like, see, I knew what I was doing the whole time.
Whoa, what was that?
So that was his bunny sprite, and I really don't know what that was. Normally in the Dark World, if you don't have a moon pearl, when you go there as Link, you turn into a bunny.
These fucking words. Okay, so this is the
Mothula.
Right, sorry. It was such a wonderfully insane name that I just completely forgot about it. So this is something that Dante has not even approached yet.
Correct.
But Dante is somewhere that he has not been able to reach. So
they have diverged.
Different, but very important places.
Because they're both getting crystals. So in the regular game...
Got you guys crystal. Okay.
In the regular game, the first 3 dungeons that you beat give you pendants.
Dante has 4 hours to catch up now. It really is an obnoxiously long amount of time. I mean,
it's not as long when it's like playing the Happy Wind song, and
obviously, but I mean,
but when it's silent like that, yeah.
No, but even in a competition
is he going to check Ped? He's not going to check Ped. He's got the book, and he's not checking Ped. That's confidence right there. But he is going into Mire. Okay, so Gamachu was just in a place close to...
You know how when you play a game, the farther along you get, the more specific the terminology becomes. It becomes very very strange, but because you've already been playing this whole time... Okay, from the outset of this game, I haven't understood a word that anyone has said, and now I understand so many less words than I did before.
Okay, so in the original game... in the forest that Gamachu just left is where you get the Master Sword.
Okay.
And it is up on a pedestal, and so that's called Ped Check.
Okay. I thought that is when you...
Was he going to get the... Yeah, he's going to get it.
I thought that is when you go online and you check the list of registered sex offenders in your neighborhood and make sure when you're moving into a neighborhood that there aren't any
peds.
Any peds. It's a ped check.
Yeah.
You want to make sure there's no peds in your neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a sad amount of sense.
But I guess this is a slightly different situation.
Yep. All right, and Gamachu making the desert play.
There's no peds in...
Have we checked the ledge?
In Hyrule. Is this still Hyrule?
It is Hyrule, yeah. Okay. Good knowing things, Zach.
Well, I mean, the very minimum amount. Like, and I know it mostly just because I've done cosplay sword foam crafting with Hyrulean shield and the seal and all that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, there's the big key. It is, in fact, boots locked. So it's a good thing that he didn't come straight here when he had the book.
Now, what is boots locked? Like you can't get it unless you have those boots?
Correct.
Okay.
So the book is what allows you to come into desert. It's a statue that spins around and shoots lasers at you.
Okay. That's literally what I figured it probably was.
It does have a name. I don't know what that name is.
Okay.
I don't know the names of any of these things.
Whatever Dante is doing right now seems like it should be impossible.
It's the TR Darkroom maze.
Yeah, it seems like it should not be...
I can tell you that as a kid, trying to navigate through that maze, I died hundreds of times before figuring it out. All right. So they're both doing their dungeons, making their way through, doing their checks.
Oh, we got another one of those eyes for Gamachu.
Dante's got bombs.
Dante's doing a bunch of checks on these things. But did we already know none of these have anything, right?
No, we don't know. This is called Laser Bridge. This is the first time we've seen anything on Laser Bridge.
So those are lasers?
Yeah, those eyes in the walls shoot lasers at you.
I thought those were just spears.
All right, and then one more. Oh. One more Laser Bridge. Come on, Dante. Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, Dante. Fortunately, he did just... he made the hole in the back, so he can just start right here. You know how you do in Turtle Rock.
Oh, what was that?
That was the compass.
The compass.
Yeah,
okay.
So that means there's going to be something on Trinex.
Does he not already have the compass?
No, each dungeon has its own map and compass.
Got
so you have
it.
to find a new one in every dungeon.
That is...
And they're always terrible to find because they are randomized with the other items. So any check that has a map or a compass doesn't have anything useful in it.
Oh, this looks like it's an important room.
Because it's
It just
empty.
was made to look like it was, and then it wasn't.
Well,
All right.
those tiles come out and attack you,
Sure.
and normally that means something.
Oh, Gamachu's whole castle.
All right, and here's Trinex. Let's see how quickly Dante can take
Trinex
down.
is that weird monster
can
thing
you
right
guess
there?
why his name is Trinex?
Is it because he's got 3 tails?
Yes, it's because of the 3 tails
cool.
that are coming out
Two
of
of
his
them
butt.
two of them are hidden.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm imagining it's the 3 necks.
Oh, Trinex, like tricycle.
Oh, or it's just because he likes to. Somebody was like, "You should eat some neck for food," and he's like, "I don't want to try neck."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, try necks. Necks are good." And he's like, "Try necks," and I have 3 necks. It just works.
Yeah.
So they both got crystal at the same time. Oh, no, he didn't beat that thing yet.
Trinex has a 3rd form.
There was a second form?
Before
the 2 other necks come out?
because you do the one head, then you do the other head, then you do the 3rd form.
I mean,
so.
I like to try to do the 2 heads before I do.
All right, it looks like Gamachu is going to be going to Swamp. He's certainly
guess.
using the Swamp portal.
Dante, I like the snipers in the tall grass. Like the shooter on the grassy knoll. That's a good enemy. Now we've got sort of like a bird turtle thing.
That drops bombs on you.
Okay.
And a thing with a big tongue that eats your shield.
That just sounds dirty. Like, I know it's not. And I don't even know what the euphemisms would be.
I'll eat your shield.
Yeah, but with your big tongue?
Yeah.
Like, what would your shield be? Do not answer that question. I don't want to know whatever your answer is going to be.
All right, so here is the question. As Gamachu enters Swamp, do you think he's going to check left side?
I do, because it seems like something he should do. Based on the way you said that?
Since he hasn't found the cane, I think checking left side is going to be very important to him.
Well, then I bet he's not going to do it, because so far...
He's done nothing that I thought he should.
Yeah, he seems to be playing a much different game than you are playing.
He's making all the correct plays, whereas I'm making all of the dumb plays in my mind as I play along.
Is that him checking left side? Is this what's left side?
Left side won't come until the second half of the dungeon.
Got it. Okay.
The left half of the dungeon, if you will. So
I mean, that's what I figured it meant, but I just didn't know how far left and right this dungeon goes.
In this dungeon, you can get to the boss. You can skip half of the dungeon by just going straight to the boss. But there are 2 checks on left side. And since it's only 2 checks, but it's a whole half of a dungeon, a lot of people will skip it. Just because it's time inefficient.
Okay.
And so, making that choice is always a hard play.
But in this particular case, as it's randomized, you can't really skip anything.
Well, you have to skip some.
Sure, but I mean, if you're missing an important thing, then you don't really have that.
But in general...
what was that thing?
Which one?
Sorry, Gamachu pressed some sort of like lever.
Yeah, he pulled a lever so the water on the right is filling up.
Got it. And then, where is Dante now?
Dante's back in Skull Woods. He's just going to go kill Mothula the way that Gamachu did.
This is really top-notch crazy. Like, in terms of the random sentences being told.
Yeah. All right.
Look at that sculpture art. Like, whoever did the art production on this, which is probably infinitely Googleable, is really neat.
You can spend an infinite amount of time Googling it and not find the answer? Is that what that means?
No, I mean, like, it's so Googleable. Like it's Googleable to the point where you would have a harder time not finding the answer if you just tried it.
All right, so Gamachu is skipping left side for now. Did you check or see whether or not he got the compass or the map?
I don't believe he has, but I could also be super wrong.
I didn't see him get either of those either, so that does increase the chance that left side has nothing. I love this glitch. I thought you had it. He's going to have to do it again. Watch this. He's going to go underwater without going under the water. Look at that. So he's doing a water walk because of the bomb glitch.
Does that matter?
Yeah, because draining that room of its water takes a long time, which is how you normally get down there. You have to, solve the puzzle.
And so, how do they learn of these glitches? Just through trial and error, through reading about them online? Like that. I would have no idea to look in.
So that's in the regular game, that you have to go behind that stupid waterfall.
And are you supposed to just know that by trying every waterfall?
Yes.
Okay, you see, that's dumb. That's dumb and bad.
I agree, and child me agrees too, because it took, I don't even know how long to figure that out. But there needs to be some
sort of internal logic in your puzzle solving, and I don't know.
I'm sure somewhere in this...
Oh, what is this? Balloons. Birthday balloons.
Yeah, this is Argos.
Okay, is that
and
that's
he's
not
gonna
birthday
kill
balloons?
They could be birthday balloons if that's what you want them to be.
Oh, it's like a jellyfish.
They're birthday
beholder.
balloons that murder you with touch.
I mean, that's how all my birthday balloons were when I was a kid. My parents had weird feelings about birthday balloons. Oh, that thing's like okay. So
once you kill all the birthday balloons, then the beholder comes to life, and you gotta kill it. And he got it in one cycle. Nicely done.
Damn, that was like 4 hits.
Yeah, well, because he's real good. So normally the beholder / Argos bounces around a lot and is like hard to hit, and he jumps at you. But if you're really good, you just go bam, 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 and then he's dead, and it's like, ah. All right, so compass on Argos means there's only one item on left side. I'm saying he doesn't check it. He's going back in.
So he's now doing the thing you said he should have done that he didn't do, and now you said he shouldn't do it, and so he's doing it.
Exactly.
It's as if he can, in the past, hear you, and is just playing this game to fuck over.
So Gamachu and Dante are in the same room for the first time in like since the beginning of this game, except that Gamachu's going through it again to get back to left side, and Dante's just doing his first run through.
Right. Why did you suggest that he not do it?
Because finding the compass on Argus meant there was one less item on the left side.
Got it. And it wasn't there.
Except...
It was just 300 coins.
I'm pretty sure that the opposite of that is true.
So the opposite of the thing you just said.
Yeah, because if the compass is on Argus, then that means that the compass is not on left side. And so, and so that means an item is on left side instead of the compass. So I'm wrong, and I'm realizing my wrongness, and I'm appreciative of our listeners and of you and of Gamachu and your patience in helping me learn.
I mean, okay,
I
would love to make fun of you, but I have not understood anything we've looked at for the last hour.
Hobo check.
Hobo check.
Hobo check.
Yes. Is
he skipping hobo?
What's hobo?
Hobo's one of the checks that you can do, and Gamachu should be doing it right now because he's right down there. Can you get down to hobo from here? You can. Okay, yeah. So Gamachu's about to do the hobo check, which is one of my favorite checks. I think you're going to love it. Is that where you just
look and make sure you still have a home?
Yeah.
Are you still? Am I currently on a rail? Oh, it's an actual hobo. It's an actual.
Who lives under a bridge, and he normally gives you a bottle, but this time he gave you a heart.
Okay. Well, that happened.
Hobo check, ladies and gentlemen.
Hobo check.
I knew it would befuddle you.
Do you know where the term hobo comes from?
I do not. Is it short for hoboculus?
Yeah, it's short for hoboculus because the original homeless person was some sort of demonic robot.
Yeah, obviously.
No.
That's why everybody hates homeless people.
Oh my god.
It's because of their history as demon robots.
Where? What? You never want to host Jeopardy ever, do you?
I'm actually trying very hard to make sure they never even ask me, because that would just be an awkward conversation.
Anyway, it stands for Homeless Bohemian.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so Gamachu's going to come up here, and he's going to do his catfish check.
Oh, so Dante just beat...
Dante finished off Argus.
Argus, too. I didn't see if he did a better job or not. Although I can't...
You know, I also, because I was watching Gamachu's screen...
I also feel that you couldn't have done a much better job than what Gamachu did. Gamachu killed him real fast.
He did, yeah. All right,
now Gamachu's attacking a bunch of rocks.
Yeah,
like
we're going to see what Catfish has. And then I don't think Gamachu's done his Zora check yet.
Well, that's an actual
the net. That doesn't actually do anything. I'm not sure why he bothered to spend the time to pick that up. Let's see. Okay, so Dante's now making the desert
threw it
play.
At him. He didn't even have to move to get it.
But if it's something that you don't want, then you mirror so that it doesn't pick it up and it doesn't take the 10 frames or whatever it takes for you to say, "Hooray! I got an item."
Okay.
Where are you going? Okay, yeah. There's...
Well, okay, so let's talk to Dante, because Gamachu seems to be irritating you.
Yeah, so Dante just opened up Desert, and so this is the same palace that Gamachu went to a little while ago, but Dante's coming in through the front, whereas Gamachu came in through the back.
I know. Okay, so, and what was the creature that...
Does Dante not have... He doesn't have the flute. Where did Gamachu get the flute? I think that was in Paradox Cave.
Also, does Dante have a sword yet?
Dante has a
does.
sword.
Okay,
yeah, that's that thing that's sticking out that looks like a white penis.
What was the thing that Gamachu just... Is that a sea monster?
That's Zora. He is a sea monster.
Okay.
And
that's the Zora check you were just talking about.
Correct. And he got his half magic, which Dante has had since pretty much the beginning of the game. All right, so where are you going now? Gamachu's going back up to Death Mountain, or are you going to flute away? He's fluting away. Where do you think he's going? You going to check Meyer? No, he's going to the witch. He's going to do the mushroom check. Mushroom check, mushroom check. What do you have for the mushroom check? That's the song we always sing when it's mushroom check time.
You know what? It didn't even... I wasn't even pausing to ask you what the fuck you're talking about, because I'm like
Shield.
so disoriented here. Okay, so what's happening now?
Gamachu's buying blue pots, and Dante's making his way through Desert.
Okay, and what did Gamachu fight when he went to Desert? Did he get a crystal in Desert?
Yeah, he did. Gosh, what are those three guys called?
The Trinex?
No,
Oh.
That's different. They're not Moldorms. If I was better at this game. Chris, can you write in and tell us what the boss of Desert is called?
I'm sure he'll yell at us. Here, I could text him if you want.
No, I mean, it'd be faster to Google it than to...
Yeah, it'd be more fun to let Chris know that we're doing something Zelda related without him.
All right, so Gamachu is now going to be making the hammer pegs check and opening up the purple chest. That will finally get him his cane, and then he will be back on track to hopefully catch up to Dante.
Is this the hammer
These
pegs?
are hammer pegs. You got to hammer all of those pegs, and that'll open up this portal.
Okay. And that will allow him to get the cane.
Cane, I believe is... Oh, no, just lantern. Okay. Well, that's still a thing.
Yeah.
It's a different red thing. Maybe Cane was in chest. Let's check chest.
Let's check chest.
Oh, he's going to check that first.
I really got to tell you, I don't know what in the fuck you're talking about. Okay, so you're telling me that Gamachu already fought whatever that thing is going on down there?
Yeah.
Did not see that even at all.
Yeah, because he killed him real quick. He definitely did better than Dante did there.
I didn't see that. Literally, I didn't even know that was... But you got a crystal for that?
Yeah. Well, that was the boss of what is normally the second level. So it is...
but they're already way fucking far
faster
ahead.
than that.
Got it.
Yeah. All right,
Okay,
so
so
Magic Bat didn't have anything, so where's
just kicks
Gamachu
that
going to
old
go?
man on the face.
Yeah, that's how he refills his life when you talk to him.
You kiss... That feels like it's a shifty operation that guy's got going on.
Right, he's going back into Pod, which is Palace of Darkness.
It really ruins the creepiness when you call it Pod.
You like Palace of Darkness better?
I mean, it's a little bit too attempting to be heavy metal, but it's still better than...
All right, so Dante's going to be making his East Side Death Mountain checks, and he will find the flute. I can't remember which dungeons are crystals and which dungeons...
Wasn't POD the name of a band?
Yeah.
Was it that? What was POD stand? What did it stand for?
What did it stand for?
It's not peeing on dinosaurs.
I should know. Let's see. Nope, I don't remember at all. Even though they were a band that I liked a lot.
Has to be Palace of Darkness.
I went to a few POD concerts. Zach is still amazed at the fact that I used to be a mosher.
Yes. I mean, beyond that, yes. But you're not anymore.
Okay, wait. Is Dante already going up to Ganon's tower? He is. Okay. Wow.
Well, but can he?
Apparently. I don't remember which dungeons are crystals and which dungeons are pendants. But clearly he's going there, so he must have finished. Yeah, the Centaur Lion. It's called a Lionel.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's making it in. So, Zach, pick a number between 1 and 22. Where do you think that big key's going to be? I'm going to pick number 1. I'm putting it on the torch.
17.
All right, let's check 17. So, in Ganon's tower, there are 22 different locations where the big key could be, and you need the big key to keep going.
Is that the cane?
There was the cane. Pod was the play. But he's way too far behind now. He's a full Turtle Rock behind. So there's
22
just
places
no
is-
way he catches up.
Really?
Absolutely not. No, because Dante will have his big key by the time that Gamachu finishes Turtle Rock. And so even if Gamachu's first check is the big key location, Dante will already have a lead. And unless Dante makes some type of egregious error, he'll be able to beat Ganon before Gamachu even gets there.
Okay. So what's Gamachu doing right now?
He's making the Turtle Rock play. Now that he has the cane, he can go into Turtle Rock, and he can clear that dungeon, and that will be his final crystal.
And Dante already has all of the crystals?
Yeah, he's in the last level. This is the
Okay.
last level. I believe he's doing what's called Dark Magician strats, which is where you start left and then go full right.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, it's not chess. Like, we don't need names for strategies. You're doing a thing. It's not the Queen's Gambit. You're doing a thing. Dark Magicians. Fucking. Like, it's just. Look, I'm not denigrating their skill level. I'm just saying. No.
Because you need to be able to clearly communicate the order in which they're making the 22 checks in
It
Ganon's
feels
Tower.
like Turtle Rock takes a long ass time.
Turtle Rock is the longest dungeon in the game. That's how I know that Gamachu's not going to win.
I mean,
And that's completely aside from any of the things that I was saying earlier. It's just because he didn't make the pod check.
okay. What was that? He teleported? Oh, he got some
Yeah,
lightning
he
thing.
used the mirror to teleport back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Okay.
See, I just don't like the Dark Magician strats. Because you have to go back through these first 4 rooms, and I just don't see how that saves you time.
What is the thought process behind it?
The thought process is that it is the most efficient way to check the first 10 checks. So if it is in the first 10 checks.
Point out, we did 1 through 22.
Yeah.
It wasn't 1.
It wasn't 1.
So
no.
It could be. We have no idea what number it is.
I believe that it's 10. Not Bob's chest. The fireball arm chest was 11, I believe.
Okay, so
this will be 12.
It'll probably be closer to 17 then.
Certainly closer than 1.
Yeah, so I win.
Yeah. Well, no, only if it is 17.
Nope. I win. I win.
Good winning, Zach.
I guessed a number. Look, I gotta win something. It's the only thing I've understood so far. Is you told me to guess a number, and then I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right,
what-
so
okay,
here
oh,
is
hey.
going to be 13 through 17 in Rando Room. 13, 14, 15, 16. All right.
So if it's this next one, then I got it?
Yeah. What's the next chest going to be? It's going to be Bob's chest.
I mean, that sounds right. I don't know. I felt bad because I really had my money on Gamachu.
Yeah, Gamachu.
I had $22,000 on Gamachu. I had all of my money on Gamachu.
Well,
to win this game I have never heard of or played in my life.
It seems like that was a bad bet.
Yeah, I know that now.
It seems like when you're playing a game called Randomizer, maybe you shouldn't bet so much money on it. Not 17.
Doesn't matter. I'm still closer than 1.
I'm calling it Vanilla Big Key. Because I haven't gotten to say vanilla yet all day, so I wanted to. Vanilla means it's in the original place where it is in the regular game.
Okay.
And we haven't had any of those yet. So I'm calling Vanilla Big Key.
I know you didn't say vanilla bean coffee, but it does make me want Starbucks. Okay, this dancing
Armos on ice is much harder because you can't really walk.
Sure, I'm not denigrating. I mean, it's very hard. It's just, it's a...
Vanilla! Oh, yeah!
That's not related to the game, guys. You can't see. We just brought in some ice cream. The key was not in the original location.
Also, it was number 18, so it was a really close check.
Yeah, I got it. I win.
Good job.
Thank you.
So Dante, now, as I suspected, is starting to make his way up the tower, while Gamachu still has to find the key on Laser Bridge and beat Trinex. So even if Gamachu first checks the vanilla key, which he won't, because that's just not an efficient thing to do, he won't be able to catch Dante. So again, we're looking at multiple falls to Ganon before Gamachu's going to be able to take this race. Or a fall in Aghanim's tower. That could do it too.
So what does that mean now?
He just died. He has to start the level over. Not the whole level. He has to go back to the beginning of the level. But all of the stuff that he opened, he still gets to keep. So he doesn't have to go find the key again. He just has to go back through about 3 rooms before he's back to where he was.
I feel that his strategy of just hurting himself until he gets to where he wants to be isn't necessarily working out for Dante.
Well, it's faster than actually killing things.
Until you die and have to restart again.
Yeah, well, normally you don't die. Oh, look at that glitch. Look at that glitch. Oh, I love that glitch. I have no idea how to do that.
Nothing didn't look like just how this game works. Gamachu is a much more efficient killer.
Yes, Gamachu is faster and more efficient. I was going to say better, but I guess more efficient is a better way to say it. But he didn't do that pod check. He didn't get that cane, and so...
Now, is that something that you would have expected him to have done earlier?
Yes, because he was in Palace of Darkness, and he did 90% of the checks in Palace of Darkness. But then he left, leaving only 1 or 2 items still in the dungeon. I guess he just made the call that, at that time he did pod pretty early. The chances that it was something meaningful were pretty low.
I think
it was.
He would have won.
He absolutely would have won if he had full cleared
so now
pod.
He's going here.
So he's making his way to Aghanim's tower now.
The only possibility is if the other guy, if Dante just loses and gets his ass handed to him over and over again.
Right.
And if Gamachu somehow almost magically knows where to go to look for that key.
Right.
Which
did you give him a call?
Who? Well, Gamachu, yeah. In the past. And you were saying...
What are you talking about? This is live.
Yeah,
live.
And now you were saying that it's unlikely Gamachu will check for the vanilla one first.
It's nearly impossible to.
Okay.
Because there are other chests between here and there. And so the idea of going there and not checking the stuff that's between is kind of absurd.
It would almost indicate that you're, cheating somehow.
It would, yes.
Okay, what are these?
Those are whiz robes?
Nope, they're dead. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's one of the most fun kills in speedrunning, because as a kid, whiz robes are, really hard to kill, but now that you know that you can do that...
I don't even know what he did.
So the cane makes that brick, and then if you break the brick, it splits off into 4 beams that go the 4 cardinal directions. And if you set the brick up in the right place, each one of the beams will kill one of the whiz robes.
I did not see even one part of what you just said happen. Not even one part of it. Not one thing that you're saying even resembles anything I came close to seeing.
He pushed Y twice.
Okay.
But by doing it in the correct place. I guess he's checking for tempered.
Why is he even doing checks?
He's checking for tempered sword. If he gets a tempered sword, it will make the Ganon fight take about half as long. Because we are in hard mode. There are no silver arrows. So we are going to have to do sword spins to kill Ganon.
I like the giant centipede thing.
That's Trolldorm. Well, Moldorm is his proper name, but we call him Trolldorm because he's a big fat troll that knocks you off the cliff.
So what happens if you fall off the edge?
You have to walk back up. Not the whole tower, but just a ways. It's bad and inefficient. Nobody likes it.
So what do you think? What do you think he's doing here? What do you think Gamachu's doing here?
Gamachu's just doing his checks. He has no way of knowing where Dante is. Mm-hmm. All he can do is keep finishing the dungeon as best he can and hope that somehow he's ahead. Now, he's wrong, and he'll find that out in about 5 minutes when Dante finishes.
You don't know that he doesn't know he's wrong.
I mean, how would he know he's wrong?
So this is Gamachu
unless he's
now.
Strangely clairvoyant.
This is Ganon here.
This is Aghanim.
Aghanim? That's different than Ganon.
It's different than Ganon. It's Ganon's number 1 crony.
Okay, so he has to fight him first.
Right.
And then
he'll
he can
go
fight
Ganon. Yeah.
Got it.
You're going to love the Ganon fight.
Well, I like all of the puzzles a lot.
Big blue pig. Big blue pig.
Are you serious? Ganon's a big blue pig? Is that not a joke?
That was
You're not
a
kidding?
joke.
Well, I'm so confused. I really want Gamachu to hurry up because I want my money, Gamachu. What is going on? Okay, so now it's the big blue pig fight on the top of a
sort
ziggurat?
of. Well, no, it's inside the ziggurat. Bat's going to make a big hole.
Okay, so none of these are the right thing right here.
That's
I remember
correct.
that.
Yeah.
And then he has to go check Bob's.
Bob's chest, yep.
Okay, so he just got punked through a hole.
All right, and Ganon, ladies and gentlemen.
Big blue pig. How rude. He just got mad because he didn't knock before coming to his house. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to win the Ganon fight?
100%. I mean, not immediately, but pretty quickly.
Okay, so he spins it, and then... Okay. Got it. And so Ganon
because
can
his
teleport.
strongest sword is Master Sword, you have to do a spin attack in order to even hurt him. I believe it's 12 attacks per phase, and there are 3 phases.
That's 36
So he's
attacks.
still in phase 1 right now.
And that's him teleporting around.
Mm-hmm. Phase 2, the fire bats.
So was that the room? Did he get the key now?
No, right after Ice Armos.
Okay, so fire bats. Okay. And it's funny because I feel that Dante really was in the better position throughout the entire game. Where is... Oh, he's teleporting. Okay. Is this phase 3 now?
Yep, phase 3.
Okay, so he has it.
Let's see if he gets the torch
is
glitch. Gamachu just got his big key so he
himself.
can make his way up the tower.
Right, but he has to do all this shit that he's already done, so
Correct.
there's just no way it happens.
No, I mean, if Dante falls in one of those holes around the edge of the fight place now, he does have to start the fight over from scratch. I suspect he could do that 2, possibly even 3 times and still beat Gamachu. Because Gamachu has to go through the whole gauntlet.
Yeah. I mean, it is unfortunate, but the Ganon fight is very intricate. It's like it's almost as if he's the boss of the whole game.
It is like that. It is that complicated, indeed.
Well, it's just all the other ones were just like it runs around and then you hit it until it's dead, and that's generally what this one is too.
But you can't hit him unless both torches are lit, so anytime that one of the torches goes out, you have to relight it, and that requires having magic, and so if you run out of magic, you just can't beat him, and you lose.
Okay. So you need to just angle that up. I like looking over occasionally and seeing rooms that I'm 100% sure I hadn't seen before. Oh, what was that lightning beam?
That's Ether. That's
Okay.
one of the talismans that does a
Oh,
magic
and look,
attack.
his life is all the way back up now.
Yeah,
he
used a blue potion, which refills all of your health and all of your magic. So
Gamachu
there you
has
go.
to know he's in trouble, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Without question.
Yes, because it took him so long to find the cane, and because he orphaned the cane in Pod, which he knows that Dante was in, the chances that Dante also left the cane there are low, and so the chances that Dante are in front of him are high.
And he can't just skip these things?
Nope. He did 0 cycle them, though, which was faster than Dante did. All right, and Dante has finished off Ganon. As long as he makes it across this bridge, he will be the victor of this race.
Is it? Wow, Gamachu did that so fast.
Yeah. Come on, Dante. There we go. All right, Dante finishes with an official
so
SRL time of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 2 seconds.
And we're
And going to get a forfeit from Gamachu. Yeah, Gamachu has officially forfeited now that Dante has done.
Okay.
I like saying technical terms because every time I listen to these, I always go like, I want to commentate on these. That would be fun. And so mostly I'm just like copying other words that I have heard people say.
No, for sure. What is that? Why does that say Fellowship of the Ring?
Because so when they reprogrammed the game to be randomized, they also reprogrammed some of these words to make jokes. So,
Okay.
so there you go. So these are just like the game credits.
Well, that was a valiant effort by Gamachu.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a close race
If he hadn't,
right up until the end.
If he hadn't orphaned the cane in Pod,
Good job, Zach! You said all of that
I feel
right.
like he definitely would have beaten him to the Ganon fight, and I think he would have fought Ganon more quickly and efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just seemed to be... It really was a matter of luck in that respect. Like, I feel if they both played this game, the normal game, they would beat it in 9.5 minutes. Like, so much of this game was just looking for things that you would otherwise know where they are.
Yes. Yeah.
And the rest of it you would just play in your sleep.
Right. Because they're speedrunners. They are professional video game players. They're very good at this.
For sure. Did you hear about the speedrun for Hitman 3 that happened? So, the first level of Hitman 3, I think you're in Dubai or something, and you're at this fancy party, and you're supposed to walk around, and there's 2 different targets that you have to kill, right? And I think it's the intro level or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm vaguely remembering it now, but something along the lines of the first level is supposed to take about like 20 minutes to defeat. Mm-hmm. And then this one guy comes in and beat it in 9.5 seconds. Because it turns out that if you walk in and you know exactly where you're supposed to go, there's like an elevator that goes up, an escalator that goes up, and if you turn around on it, or staircase or something, there's 3 balconies that go up in this tower, and one of your targets is standing in the balcony, the inside balcony that goes over this staircase.
Yeah, so if you just know exactly
where
to shoot.
And the other person is walking by in the front. So if you shoot that person, then run up the stairs, shoot that person, then run out, you're done. In like literally like 10 seconds or something.
That's really cool. I love watching speedruns. So that's it. I mean, that's the end.
Awesome. That was fun.
I love doing this with you, Zach. I thank you for indulging me.
No, I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed learning more about it. I will say, I think I would have more fun watching one person play. Watching 2 screens of not even remotely the same thing is massively disorienting, but I really like the art design. The art design on the monsters and everything is great.
I mean, I think it is amazing how well this Super Nintendo era game holds up.
For sure.
Today.
For sure. And I can still play Pokemon. I can still play all those games where it's like the top-down adventure RPGs that are great. In fact, Google just had it. You know the Google Doodle? Mm-hmm. Their Google Doodle was a full, complete adventure RPG.
Really?
Where you perform different Olympic sports and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's neat. It's actually still up if you want to play it. But well, thank you for showing me that. And hopefully we can commentate on some other games in the future.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed listening to us ramble, make sure you leave a couple comments. I'm assuming that what we have done is posted this on YouTube. I don't actually know.
Don't know how else it would work. But
and make sure you check out our regular podcast
where we don't talk about games at all.
No, we talk about Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. DoombotsPod, doombotspod.com and at DoombotsPod. And we'll try to figure out what we want to watch, comment on, and I will be just as ignorant and bad at it.
Yeah, see, it's funny. It's funny when you don't know what's happening.
That's most of the time.
I was gonna say it's funny when you're dumb, but that was a little meaner than I wanted to be.
Yeah, but both are right. Bye, everybody.